When it comes to road construction, culverts can be pretty handy. If a stream threatens to erode the roadbed, simply drop in a big corrugated section of pipe to contain and channel the water, cover it with dirt, and boom, problem solved. Unfortunately, this convenient solution for road building engineers has created problems for wildlife. In many cases, metal tube culverts present physical barriers to critical upstream habitat for brook trout. Culverts can also prevent terrestrial animals from using the stream banks as natural pathways through the landscape, forcing them to cross roadways. Recognizing the negative impacts of traditional culverts, efforts are being made to replace them with more environmentally friendly alternatives. In western Maine, the Rangeley Lakes Heritage Trust, which works with conservation partners to preserve more than 120,000 acres in the Rangeley Lakes region, is currently replacing hundreds of old culverts with open-bottom bridges that create habitat for brook trout while also providing corridors for terrestrial animals such as turtles, salamanders, frogs, bobcat, minks, fox, otter, and lynx. I got to witness some of this work firsthand when I caught up with conservation biologist Jason Latham and his team, who were building a new open-bottom bridge over a tributary stream of the Kennebago.
The primary goal of this project is to really reconnect habitat which has essentially been fragmented by these undersized culverts, and opening access up to upstream habitat that otherwise they couldn't access. The Kennebago and the Magalloway are, two of our priority watersheds because they do have, one of the highest probabilities of supporting self-sustaining wild brook trout populations into the future, despite, worst case future temperature scenarios. And the natural characteristic of this stream is a step pool configuration. So you can see in here we've engineered these what we call rock ribs every 10 to 12 feet, and it's kind of in an inverse U shape. So the idea is to create a nice little riffle and then a pool and then a little riffle and then a pool, so that brook trout coming upstream can have a nice little place to rest and then hop up to the next pool and access upstream mileages. So what we've done is excavated the stream bed. We've put these rocks in downstream of these upper rocks, and they're slightly lower in elevation, and the idea is that they'll anchor these rocks in place during any large storms. And you can see the water's running through all of these little crevices, so brook trout have 3 or 4 avenues right in this little pool to access upstream. And the water temperature, it's almost July and it's right around 50 degrees, so good cold water, great habitat for brook trout, especially for nursery habitat, thermal refuge. It's nice to be able to find rewarding work, as a profession, and as much planning and logistics and permitting goes into this. I mean, the results are immediate. Once we pulled that lower block net, removed this culvert, and we have our nice step pools here, there were brook trout moving upstream within 2 minutes of removing the net. So, you get instant results.
Thank you for watching. For more exclusive video content, including short films, episodes, and features, be sure to click the subscribe button and look for us on social media at Explorer New England Films.